Alright, welcome back to One Piece Anime Review, episode 368. We're here reviewing the newest episode of the series, which is episode number 1121, Garp and Kuzan, Clash of Justice, Master and Apprentice, and the 1128 chapter in the manga. This steps the entirety of chapter 1087. There's a flashback in here and present day stuff. Excuse me. It starts out with a flashback where we see a young Kuzan, aka Aokiji, and a young Garp basically punching warships, known as the battle bogs. That's what these are called. Basically, where it's explained that people use these punching bags without using hockey or your power. Use your regular fist. And Garp uses things to punch like crazy. And we show at the start of this, like you have Kojin where he's like punching, and it's like, ow, that hurts. And the thing, let's go back even further. They even show me further back in that, where Kuzan asks Garp if he could be his pupil. He's like, no. And then he decides to just walk up to the ship next to him and start punching that for a while. It's like, don't use hockey. He's like, I don't know how to use it. So they punch for a while, and next time we see him, cut a little further, and he's basically mad that his son, aka Drag, has become a revolutionary. And of course, apparently Kuzan did not know the fact that Garp had a son. And then we cut ahead a little bit later, where Kuzan's an admiral, known as Aokiji at this point, and it's like, oh, let's have a snack. And of course, he says this right after he's angry at the fact that his grandson became a pirate. And of course, well, paperwork is like, we're busy, we're admirals. And then we cut the present a little bit further back after that, where we see Himepo, and I think like one other person, where they see this, and another admiral, a commodore, basically explains this to them about the whole battle bogs thing. And then we cut to present day, where Garp is basically already taking off his jacket he's worn. Not only the cape he wore, but also the suko, the coat that goes underneath it. He took that off too, and you see him like beating up all the pirates, and Kuzan, of course, comes and tries to freeze him. Well, of course, Kuzan frees some pirates anyway. It's a really cool animation sequence they have here. We even have where he's informed by his ship that all the kidnappees, basically, including the who had been evacuated, with the exception of Kobe, Himepo, and Prince, so they're ordered to leave. But then Kobe spots another kidnappee, I don't know if he got the girl, and then Garp gets stabbed by Shuzu of the Rain. Yes. And of course, he knows who it is just by the sword. And, like, he even grabs my throat, just throws him down, and he's like, Shuzu, you hoodlum from Impel Down. Yeah, little hoodlum from Impel Down. And of course, he does this, like the first thing he does at the present day is that the one who's known as a giant warship, he's waking up, and then you see Garp jumping up, his fist lit up, now like shiny, and punches the guy right in the face, put him right back to sleep. And all the rest of it explained happened, and like everything is all ready to go. And of course, he gets surrounded by pirates. At one point, he gets nearly burned by the drunk one. And then he does pirate fireball, where he takes the burning pirates and uses them as fireballs against other pirates. Yes, he does this. Kuzan is going to take him on still. And meanwhile, though, the pirate beehive himself, the one who can control the island, forms a giant hand like he's Pita from the Doflamingo Pirates. And I saw this, I'm like, wow. Literally, that this is clearly a ripoff, or at least a similar kind of power set, the Pita. Except he don't laugh at his Oh, it's Vincent Shot. The name of the person is. I think this is a girl. Oh, it's a guy. Yeah, it's a guy. Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh, Alvar Prizzo. Yeah, that's the guy who has the island powers. And he's the fourth captain. His super power is the Isle fruit. Yes, which it's similar to pitas. Pisca. Yeah, it's very similar to that one. And also it's similar to the one used by Capone Bench, which that's interesting. But yeah, the episode ends with basically Parisa using a form of a giant hand to try to crush the Navy ship in the water. End of the episode. Great episode. Loved it. Can't wait for the next episode, which will definitely air next week. Next up, we have a new chapter of manga, chapter number 1128, RPG. The cover image is Straw Hats having a volcano top barbecue with a dragon from Hebo Soda S. Oda, and Straw Hats as magicians flying through the sky with black cats from Honey Liquor. And it's a very interesting. It's like this is like a cross. I think it's like an indirect crossover between that. And then we start off with Sanji with Nami in his arms, like, I mean, have it. June's having. And of course, they're hopping around. And of course, Usopp basically thinks they're in Elbaf. He points to close his eyes, and of course, they're outside the Lego castle. They're wondering what the heck they are. And then they come across basically a guy riding a giant grasshopper. Though the style of the handles reminds me of the flying fish pirates. No bugs. And of course, they explain about the fact the castle's got a cat. A little bit of explanation there, and of course, basically runs away because they left the castle. So, Luffy's like, I smell adventure. Yeah, then they come across the sky, and it turns out leads to a room. Yes, a room. Looks like with a sewing machine, a bunch of Legos. And of course, basically, like, Chopper's happy to see with Nami. Like, oh, these look like doll's clothes. All these blocks. Yep. So, yeah, then we see a giant snake. Then we see this guard walking this castle. Who this person is, don't know. It's a guy under like a goat mask. And the snake's going to eat them. And then the chapter ends with the cat show up again, who basically is tamed by them to basically come the ride. And like, yeah, it's time to escape. You should not escape. Ending the chapter. I'm like, okay, interesting. It's a interesting chapter. I kind of feel as though so far with these chapters, we're not really advancing the story very much, like a little bit. I would say it's better advancement than what they did with Hunter x Hunter. But aside from the fact that the Straw Hats are mostly reunited here, we don't get very much happening in this chapter. Not really, no. So, it's not Elbath, it's the Land of God's Ark. That's basically where we are. It's like almost seems like basically, almost seems like this is like a pit stop. It seems like anyways, but we're only 4 chapters in and still we're not really advancing I'd say this particular chapter advanced a little bit, not very much. Here's a question. How the heck did they even get here? Yeah. I'm definitely looking forward to the next show that comes out next week. Okay? So yeah, that's particularly a particular view. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do that like button. Well, next up is basically a comic corner. Unless I hear we're getting the sandwiches right now. Probably do that next. Probably save it for a bit. Okay? Next video. Bye.